Hey there, shooter. Welcome to another episode on Shooting Science. Today, we are going to take a look at another optic. This one is an enclosed RMR patterned red dot, and it is the first optic to market that has two different size dots to choose from within the same optic. It's also the first red dot with pop-up iron sights on the deck, which makes it able to co-witness with the front sight no matter what gun you mount it to. This is the Osight XR. Let's get into it. There it is, the Osight XR. At least this is the package that they sent me. Came in this nice pink, shiny sort of package here. We're going to open it up and see what we've got in the package. All right, so that's everything that comes in there. You get a little thank you for your purchase, a QR code that probably takes you to the website, I would assume. Show us your setup with Osight. They want you to post on Instagram and you can be featured. So that's pretty cool. And then on the back, you can tape this to the wall and do dry fire with it. So that's pretty cool. Or you can tape it to a target at your range and shoot it up. Either way, that's pretty awesome. So here is the packaging. It is nice and concise. It says some of the features right here. 2 MOA dot and 6 MOA dot and 32 MOA circle. Ruggedized miniature reflex footprint. That's the RMR footprint. Designed by Osight Inc. in Arizona, made in China. So just like a lot of other red dot companies, they're designed in America and then made in China. It's also worth noting that Osight offers a lifetime warranty on their optics, covering defects in materials and workmanship. And this warranty generally follows the product, not just the original owner. It does not cover loss, theft, deliberate damage, or normal cosmetic wear. All right, so let's go ahead and get the cellophane wrapping off of there. So far the packaging is really nice. Does this just pull out? I'm not sure. Oh, right here. Do not accept if seal is broken. It's not broken, but I'm gonna break it. There it goes. Okay, so it opens like this. Whoa. Sweet packaging. It says, thank you for being part of the Osight family. Your support is the reason we are here. Enjoy. We're proud to introduce the industry's most innovative optic, featuring adjustable reticle size, a magnetic charging cover, and a lifetime warranty. At our core, we listen to our customers and continuously innovate. Osight, see the power! That is the big deal on the Osight XR, the adjustable reticle size. It's probably what that patent is for. Okay, so let's go ahead and take these packages out. This is super nice packaging. These are the screws. And then this is the manual here. It looks like a sticker. Let's see. It is definitely a big sticker. And then here's the manual, which is this sort of fold-out type of a manual. Shows what you got in the box, about the charging cover, overview, how to charge the cover, different settings, battery indicators. So it's got a little LED here. Green is above 50%, yellow is 50% to 20% battery life, red is 20 to 10% battery life, and then red blinking means you're under 10% battery life, and you've got to put that charger back on. All right, and then in here, I'm assuming is the optic itself. Yes, there it is. Put a little silica gel in there so it keeps moisture out. Here is the charging cover. So it's got a USB-C port in the back. You would charge this on the wall to where this is charged up. And then you could place it on top of the red dot sight there to charge it up. All right. First impression is, yeah, it does feel like a nice quality, solid optic. Really nice clear glass. It's parallax free. Oh yeah, here's the little pop-up rear sights. Let's see. Okay, you just push them down to where they're flush. And then if you want to pop them up, you push this button They pop up like so. My theory on why they incorporated these new pop-up iron sights is so that no matter what gun you put it on, those iron sights will always allow you to co-witness with the optic with the front sight on the gun. So another interesting thing about this Osight optic is the material of the housing, as it is made with Osight's proprietary aluminum alloy, and they call it OAL. OAL is formulated to be more resistant to dents and scratching, which makes the optic more durable than if it was constructed out of regular 7075 aluminum. I mean, it feels like quality, feels robust. I like how the Osight logo is etched and not painted a color. Same with the XR logos there. The LED indicator light is going to be in there. Buttons feel good. Oh, look, it's green. As soon as I touched the button, the light went green. Woo! And the laser is on. Okay. So I didn't have to do anything with the battery because there is no battery trapdoor. As you can see, this is a rechargeable sight. Yeah, the battery looks like it's not really serviceable. Well, at least by me anyway. I'd have to send it into Osight if there was ever an issue, but it does have a lifetime warranty. This thing is IPX7 rated, so it can withstand immersion in water up to 1 meter in depth for up to 30 minutes without sustaining damage. Okay, so it's a 6 MOA and 2 MOA dot. That's a 6 MOA dot. It looks bigger to you on camera than it does to me in person. Okay, we'll look at changing the dot here in a second. Let's continue with the unboxing. So the packaging we've established is fantastic. All right, let's open this up. Okay, I think that was just to get it out. Now it's time to open it here. All right, we've got everything there. So this is an adjustment tool for windage and elevation and for getting the screws to install in here. What is this thing? What is that? I'm gonna have to check the manual to see what that little metal thing is for and to see what this is for. This looks like the cable that you would use to charge the recharger block with. Let's see what's in this little guy. So you've got your microfiber here to wipe the lens with. And this is a nice little baggie to keep things in. I assume you can keep all these accessories in there and whatnot if you're going to travel with your dot or if you just wanted to organize yourself that way. Very nice. And then these must be the screws. It's kind of hard to get them out of this box though. Oh, there we go. So these are awesome. These are very well organized screws. They come in a little pill organizer and their own foam. It's nice because they won't fall out even when you have these open, and the lids indicate what sizes these screws are. Love that. It looks like they give you 4 different sizes, and then in each size they give you 2 different lengths. They give you short ones and long ones. You only need 2 screws to screw this to a gun, but they give you 3, so you get 1 extra screw in each size and length. Very nice. Now, let's look at how the dot changes. All right, so to change the dot, what we have to do is hold down the minus button for 2 seconds. Now, this is interesting. When holding down the button for 2 seconds, it continuously rotates through all the reticle options when you hold it down. So you don't actually have to lift. You can keep your thumb held down on the button until you get to the reticle that you want. So that's pretty cool. I have not seen that before in any other optic, but it makes sense. There's a bunch of different reticles to choose from, and this way you can choose the reticle that you want pretty quickly. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and look at all of the different reticle options within this one dot. So the first one is right here. This is the 2 MOA dot. Next is the 2 MOA dot inside of the 32 MOA ring. So let's go ahead and select that. There it goes. Okay, next is the 6 MOA dot. Let's go ahead and change it to that. So there's the 6 MOA dot. As you can see, it's a little bit larger than the 2 MOA dot. Next is the 6 MOA dot inside of the 32 MOA ring. There it is. And then finally, we have the open 32 MOA ring. And there you can see the 32 open MOA ring there. So those are all the reticle options. Okay, I have not charged this out of the box, but let's just see if it's got a little juice in there to see if we can go ahead and see what the recharging looks like when using this recharging block here. There it goes. So for a second, it shows you where the power is at and that it's charging, and then it shuts off. So if I were to pull this off and put it back on again, you'll see that we're at about 60–70%-ish. So that's pretty cool. It will get easier to take on and off once you have the Optic mounted to a gun, obviously. You can just pull this off and put it on because you have the whole gun to use as leverage. There we go. All right, now it's time to mount it to a gun. So this is the RMR pattern, and I have a PSA dagger that has never had a Optic mounted to it. So that is going to go on top of there. Funny enough, the tool from the Osight packaging fits the exact size Torx pattern on my dagger here. Well, that's lucky. All right, so we're going to take that plate off. And then the Optic is just going to mount right here. That is really cool. That looks good on that PSA dagger. What do you think? Tell me if you think it looks good or not in the comments. I do like this little space it has between the slide and the bottom edge of the Optic. So let's bolt it on. I wonder what screws we'll need. I'm just going to have to try to figure that out. Okay, so this is a Zafirri precision slide on my PSA dagger here. It's meant for Gen 3 Glocks. So if you have a Zafirri precision slide, the hashtag 4-40 short screw is the one that threads into this slide right here. So next, I'm going to go ahead and put the Optic on. Now that I have the Optic mounted on the gun also, as you can see, you just throw this on here, it starts charging, and it's really easy to take off this way. All right, so next step is to go shoot it. Hopefully those screws aren't too long. I don't think they will be, but we'll see. I used the shortest ones on purpose. I definitely got a lot of engagement screwing them down into those holes. The main thing is, does it hold zero? So next we've got to go shoot it and find out. And before we take it to the range, I've got it set up with the 2 MOA dot, as you can see here. And I'm going to go ahead and play with the brightness settings. As you can see, the brightness gets really bright, brighter than you would ever need. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to turn it back down since I'm going to be indoors at the range. Okay, here we are at the range. Now it's time to get this thing zeroed in. So I'm going to take a couple of shots now and then adjust accordingly. It actually did not take too long to get zeroed in. It was pretty close out of the box. And then once I got it zeroed, I did a bunch of shots at the target. Here you'll see my group. And I got it to where I was satisfied. And then I did a bunch of rapid fire shots. Check out this awesome freeze frame that I captured of the ported barrel shooting gases upwards and outwards. For the rapid fire test, after zeroing, I was using a different section of the target, as you can see right here. The Osight worked great and it held zero the whole time. That range test also proved that the screws I had selected were the right ones, as they did not interfere with the striker going back and forth in the channel. Sometimes if you put screws that are too long in a Gen 3 Glock PSA dagger, the screws can actually interfere with the striker moving back and forth, and that will cause problems shooting. So these are the right screws. Use these if you have a PSA dagger. Anyways, here's my closing thoughts. I think this Optic is quality. I think it's going to last a long time. It's got a great warranty. It's the first Osight I've personally ever even handled or used, and I think it's a good one. I think there's a reason why Osight sent me this Optic, but at an MSRP of $299, I did expect it to be pretty good, and it is. In case you wanted to get one of these for yourself, Osight did provide me with a link. I posted that in the description below, so you can go ahead and click on that, and I think it takes you to like their sale prices on Amazon. But anyway, check that out. Let me know in the comments below if you want to go ahead and get one, or if you're definitely not getting one for whatever reason. I'm curious to hear that as well. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.